developed its reputation as one of Europe's most LGBTQ-friendly destinations, which is why we love it so much.
So fast forward to the future. It's now very well known for Carnival, film festivals, beaches, and Mediterranean climate. People obviously go to check out the beach and go on summer holidays. And the city, like we said, it has an old town charm with cobblestone streets, whitewashed houses, and of course its iconic church of Sant Bartomeu
In
y
Catalan.
Santa Tecla.
You're listening to Queer Travel Chat by Two Bad Tourists.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Queer Travel Chat. My name is Austin. I am one half of the blogger duo Two Bad Tourists, and joining me in our podcast studio in Madrid, as always, is David.
Yes, I am here too. Hello, welcome to episode 2. We're knocking things out. We are back on.
We are back on season 2, hitting it
Yes.
hard. Lots of cool episodes.
Let's try to get more than 6 episodes in this
Let's
season. That
do
would be a
it.
great
No,
goal.
we definitely will. By February, we'll already have
All right, I'm happy about that. Great. Well, what have we been up to since our last episode? No trips, no traveling. We've got traveling coming up later, but our friend just moved here from London
Yes.
this month. So, and he's joined the Two Bad
Yes.
Tourists team.
So welcome, Dan. So one of the
Hi, Dan.
reasons we'll be able to have more episodes is because Dan is working in our advertising and sponsorship. So he's going to help us land more
What's his
sponsors.
title? Is he a sales
Sales and marketing manager.
Sales and marketing.
So
manager.
he'll help us land more sponsorships for podcast episodes, which obviously
And
allows us to create more of them.
You might see him on a trip as a trip leader as well.
Just might,
So
because he has
hopefully-
done one before.
yeah, so it's great to have him on the team.
Yeah.
And we've got a trip coming up as well.
Yeah. So speaking of travel, you, me, and your twin sister Megan are going to be going to Ibiza.
I know. What's our plan? Because we're going in October, so it's it's shoulder season, so it's over, like summer season's over, or it's like the last weekend of it. We're not going there to party.
No, I mean, we're just gonna go chill and we're gonna vibe. I mean, it's still warm enough that you can like sit out by the pool. You can, it has like an awesome
We'll
old
see. It's been
town,
kind of cold there.
drinks, whatever. We're gonna take a ferry from Ibiza to Formentera.
Oh, we're going to Formentera. I haven't done that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's exciting.
I have no idea what to do once we get there, but we're just
Well,
gonna
isn't it
wing
beaches?
it, Too Bad Tourist style,
Yeah, well, whatever.
and just show up with
yeah.
no plan.
And well, Megan's never done Ibiza at all, right? So it is actually a nice walled city to visit. It's fun to go visit in the off
Right.
season.
And we're
because
staying at
there's a proper history to see.
we're staying at the Axel Beach Ibiza Hotel.
And we'll
which
just get drunk at the
is-
bar there.
Yeah, so which is like in the San Antonio Bay and has like a gorgeous.
So we're on the
gorgeous
other
view.
side of the island.
We're on the other side.
Okay, well, I'm excited. Well, let's get to today's episode. We'll be talking about our absolute favorite beach town in the whole wide world, Sitges, just south of Barcelona. I believe you said you want us to scatter your ashes there when you die, right?
Sitges is like Torremolinos's beautiful cousin, right?
Yeah, well, Torremolinos is the redheaded stepchild of
Yeah,
Sitges.
I love it. It's very inexpensive. My apartment costs half as much as it would cost in Sitges.
Yeah, you
is
only
why
live
I
in
bought it.
Torremolinos because you can't afford Sitges.
100%.
So, which
100%.
I do love Toledo, but Sitges is our absolute
Sitges is
favorite.
gorgeous.
It's just so much fun. It's a beautiful beach town, very gay friendly, and we'll talk about why we love it so much and our favorite things to do there. But let's talk a little bit about the history of the city and how it developed before we get into the fun things. As you know, this is a historical podcast, and people come here for our
we are
history.
history historians.
We're art historians.
History historians.
I don't know. We look things up on the internet and then
Yes.
put things together that sound interesting. That's
So,
what we do.
according to the internet, Sitges became a fortified town in the 10th century under the Counts of Barcelona. So its name likely derives from the word sitja, which means grain silo, or what meant grain silo in the language at the time. And it grew around its castle and church, protecting the small fishing village and farming community.
Sitges developed as a fishing and wine exporting town, trading with Northern Europe and later the Americas. The local Malvasia de Sitges wine became highly prized. We've had that many times and enjoy it. It's quite a nice wine. By the 18th century, Sitges families who had emigrated to the Spanish colonies in the Americas, especially Cuba, returned wealthy and invested in grand houses and local development. So this is also the birthplace of Bacardi rum, because Don Facundo Bacardi Maso, the founder of the famous Bacardi company, was born in Sitges in 1814 before going to Cuba.
Yeah, there's even a monument there on
Yes,
the main drag, which
and
you can
it's
see.
on our tour that we do
Yes,
of
it
Sitges.
is. So in the late 1800s, Sitges became a hub for Catalan modernism. The style of architecture and, everything going on at the time that was happening in the region. And the painter and writer, Santiago Rusiñol, made Sitges his home and hosted famous gatherings at his house, which would be pronounced Cau Frat, I believe, in Catalan.
Yeah, it's Catalan, so I'm glad you have
Cau
that part.
Frat, attracting artists like Picasso and writers like Ruben Darío.
Which is a metro stop, and now here in Madrid, and now I'm like, oh, that's why it's called Ruben Darío.
Okay, well, it's now the Cau Frat Museum, which you can visit, and the movement of the modernism was cemented in Sitges as an artistic capital of Catalonia.
Sitges gained popularity as a seaside resort in the early 1900s, and it has a film festival called the International Fantastic Film Festival of Catalonia, founded in 1968, and specializes in fantasy, horror, and cult films. From the 1960s onwards, Sitges developed its reputation as one of Europe's most LGBTQ-friendly destinations, which is why we love it so much.
So fast forward to the future. It's now very well known for Carnival, film festivals, beaches, and Mediterranean climate. People obviously go to check out the beach and go on summer holidays. And the city, like we said, it has an old town charm with cobblestone streets, whitewashed houses, and of course its iconic church of Sant Bartomeu
in Catalan.
y Santa Tecla.
Yeah.
Saint Bartholomew, right?
Yeah.
So the church is obviously iconic. It kind of sits up on the hill, just looking over the.
It's that iconic photo that everyone has to get, that we always get on our group trips.
Exactly.
Well, before we get into our top favorite things to do, if you like the show, please subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you listen. Also, be sure to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed the episodes. Plus, if you're watching live on any social media platform, feel free to leave us a comment or share the episode with your friends. You can follow us on social media. We are always at Two Bad Tourists.
Yes, and talking about our episode's first sponsor. So since Dan has not sold any sponsorships on this episode, as usual, we like to plug our own trips. So we are the formal sponsor, and we want to promote our Barcelona and Sitges gay group trip, which we have from May 13th to 19th, 2026. This will actually, can you believe it'll be our 5th year doing the trip?
I cannot. And also our shameless self-promotion. All our episodes are like our group trips.
Yeah, but I mean, it's travel. We go to the destinations that we love, and the trips sell themselves because people just want to go.
5 years and counting is wild. So,
and it's, our Barcelona and Sitges trip has gotten more popular over the years. I think our first trip was maybe 10 or 12 people. Then it was 14. Then it was 16. Last year was our first year that it sold out all 20 people.
Yeah.
So very likely it will sell out. So get your spots.
And it is a smaller vibe than the cruise ships, because we max out at 20. The cruise ships, we can go, up to 40, 50. Exactly. So it's a very different experience. You really get to meet people more intimately, and it's a very fun experience for a lounge tour.
Right. And I did actually the reason we're publishing this episode now is because we have a special offer. If you book before October 31st, solo travelers pay no single supplement. So if you're interested, you've been thinking about it, now is the time to get your reservation in. You only have to put down a 30% deposit. All
right, let's get into our top 6 favorite things to do in Sitges. 6 because that is just what I could come up with.
That is the number.
We were going for 5, but I came with 6. There are 6. What can I say? First is celebrating Sitges Gay Pride. This happens usually at the beginning of June over 5 days. And there's just lots of events. So it's going to be drag shows, pool parties, high heel race, tea dances, various performances and DJs, club parties, of course. And it even has a parade that goes like along the beachfront, right?
Yeah, the beachfront. It goes like, the beachfront's so short that it does a U-turn and it goes back.
It's really fun.
It's fun.
We stay in Sitges, we always want to stay within the circle train tracks. And if you're as long as you're within the train tracks of Sitges town, then you're in the center and everything's walkable and you can stay anywhere nearby. And then that's only like a 5-10 minute walk to that promenade.
It's one of my favorite Pride events because Sitges I just love, and it's like a small town event, right? So it's not like anything like Barcelona and Madrid Pride, which are huge. This is tiny. So
and there's like the stages are like outdoor stages too, and the weather's always good in June. It's really fun. But you don't always have to stay in Sitges.
You don't always have to. You can venture just a little ways out to our friends at Casa Brisa. So Casa Brisa is a gay guest house that opens, I think it's been about 2 years now. And they are located, it's about a 20-minute drive from Sitges. So it's not in the city. It's technically in another town. But it's kind of located up on this like hilltop, and it has like ocean views, and I think they have like 4 or 5 rooms. So, pretty typical gay guest house where there's like a pool, you can lounge. They have
It's
like
clothing
a common space.
optional.
It's clothing
by the
optional. Yeah.
pool.
Yeah. So we've been there, 2 or 3 times now, I think. So
It's a gorgeous property.
it's a gorgeous
Very
property, and it's a great
nice.
sort of balance of you can it's still close enough that you can visit Sitges. You can go in during the day if you have a car, or you can take a taxi and then you can come back or just like chill by the pool. So it's kind of like the perfect location.
Yeah, and
So,
Claudio and Paul, the owners, are fantastic couple to spend time with as well.
definitely, yeah, they make an awesome breakfast, and yeah, it's just it's a
They
cool
put
place.
together a great place,
Mhm.
yes. But you do need to have a car to
Yeah, definitely having a car is
or Uber.
Yeah, better. You can do a taxi. It just takes a little bit more
Yeah,
organizing.
No, you can't Uber and Sitges, can you, as a taxi?
Yeah, it's like order taxis. So but yeah, if you're into that vibe, gay guest house, that's definitely like, should be at the top of your list.
Next, number 3, something that we love to do and something that we do for every year during our group trips is sampling wines at Sitges Malvasia Interpretation Center. It is one of the very few urban vineyards that exist in Spain. It's also in Sitges. So you're in the city of Sitges, but there's a small vineyard that's at like a hospital /
retirement home,
retirement community. And then the money that's earned from the vineyard goes to
the
support this
retirement
home, right?
Yeah.
It's really interesting. We always take a tour. We sample the wines, and it's a really cool experience. I think they even do just like a wine bar on Fridays and Saturdays, so you don't have to do the tour and everything. You can just go and enjoy the wines and buy the wines on site.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite activities that we've only been doing in the past 4 or 5 years, because before I didn't know it existed, because you don't
We
see
only
the
discovered
vineyard,
it
right?
for this group trip, and we
Right.
spent years going to
It's kind of-
Sitges,
it's
just
hidden.
going out.
It's hidden.
Yeah. And it's right on the edge of like the train track. So it's
Yeah.
still very walkable from
Mhm.
wherever you're staying. And it is one of the more unique experiences to do, especially if you enjoy wine. It's an absolute must. I always recommend it to people
Yeah.
when they go.
Definitely check it out. And of course, if you enjoy events similar to Pride, you can actually go to Sitges Carnival, which usually happens in either February or March, depending on when Easter is. So, I mean, it's not technically a gay event the way Pride is, but Sitges is such a popular gay destination that it's very gay.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's of course during winter, right? Or, the beginning of spring, but it's just a cool time to go down there. There's, of course, you dress up, there's lots of parades throughout the streets. There's, official events. It's just tons of stuff going on.
Yeah, we dressed up last time we were there as all fairies, I think. We all
Yeah.
had like suspenders on,
Yeah,
but
there were,
also
like,
fairy wings.
4 of us that dressed up the same.
It's fun to do an
5.
outfit with your friends and just go party at Carnival there. Of course, it's a gay beach town, so you got to check out the nightlife scene. Everything is centered around Plaza Industria, which we call Judgment Square because it's an intersection of 2 streets, and all the chairs are facing the other side of the street. So you're basically and it's pedestrian. So
Yeah.
as you walk through it, everyone in the square
It
is
feels
just
like a
watching
catwalk, right?
you.
Like
Yeah.
you're like being judged for like, oh, best dress,
Yeah.
best this, best that.
I mean, and it's all, it's all in fun, and people,
Yeah.
it's just people watching, really.
Exactly.
But it does, it's the gay scene, so we're
Well,
judgy.
and Sitges is such a tiny town, but they probably have like more than 20 gay bars. Like,
Yeah,
all
and then
in
so
this
right on the
area.
corner there is all the small little gay
Mhm.
bars. Doesn't even matter which one you go to. Mostly you spell out onto the street anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a fun area to go out in. They used to have a club. Is the club open? I think they did. Then it closed, and I feel like maybe a new one opened.
I want to say this summer, we'd actually have to check. It might have reopened this summer, and if it hasn't, I know they were talking about it. It's probably updated in our gay guide. We should ask Richard, our travel writer. He'll know because he does the updates.
And there's a sauna too.
And there's a sauna.
Is there 1 or 2 gay saunas?
There is 1 gay sauna, but there's like 2 or 3 sex clubs.
Oh, well, there you go.
Which is a different vibe.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot to do in Sitges, which for being a small
Yes.
beach town, it has everything that you need,
Definitely.
like especially any gayborhood would in a bigger city, like
For sure.
like here in Madrid, for example.
So if you happen to be going during the high season, of course, during summer, one of our favorite things to do, of course, is relax at the gay beaches. So in Sitges, you'll actually find 17 beaches in total. Some are quite crowded in the high season and city center, while others have plenty of room. It just kind of depends. They're all gay friendly, obviously, because Sitges is a gay friendly town. But there are a few that are specific gay beaches. One of our favorites is called Playa Balmines. So Basically, if you want to arrive there from
That's like the nude
it's like the
one,
nude gay
clothing
beach. Yeah.
optional
So
one.
there is one located right in the city center, which is Bassa
Rodona?
Rodona. And
Yeah.
that's like right, off the street where the gay bars
Yeah,
are.
and that's not the nude one,
That's
and
not the
it's
nude
the
one.
one that you can go. But it really doesn't matter because there's like 17 beaches
Yeah,
along
yeah.
the way.
But,
So they're all
the
becoming-
Balmeens is about a 15-minute walk from the city center. And when you get there, it's a little bit more secluded. It's like in this cove. They do have a chiringuito. A chiringuito in Spain is like a place where you can buy food and drinks. So that's open during the day. And yeah, it's kind of like, as most places, it's kind of the gay/nude beach. So you will see maybe some straight people doing the nude thing, but in the high season, it's just mostly gays. We take over.
And there's also a more cruisy beach, Mort something. I forget the name.
Yeah, there's 3 gay beaches. We didn't write down the name for this episode, but that one is a ways out. But I've heard it's cruisy, and yeah, it's the nude
Well, we
beach.
can
And if you want to
Google
hook
it.
up, David's gonna look it up as we speak.
I mean, it takes 5 seconds.
As I recall, it would be a
It's
really
not-
far walk. Like it would be a 40-some minute walk. But if you take a
Oh,
taxi, it would
it's
be a quick
the
ride.
Playa del Muerto. It's the in
Yes.
Catalan. It's the Mort. But
That
yeah,
sounds right.
but that one is it's more cruisy.
Yeah.
But it's a pain in the butt to get to.
We've never actually been
I've
there.
never been there. Sometimes our guests want to go there, and then I always warn them how much of an effort it is
Yeah.
to get there. Because obviously, if you're hooking up, it does have to be tucked away, and they always complain that it's far. But if you want to hook up at the beach, that's the one to go to.
Definitely.
Those are our top 6 things, but I do like to put an honorable mention that you didn't want me to put in here is visiting the Pink Triangle Monument in Sitges because that is the first LGBT monument in Spain.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a really cool thing to be there. It's not like the super exciting thing, within 2 minutes you see it and you read it and you're done. But it is very unique, obviously, and it has a history.
Yes, it recalls the 1996 riots following a police crackdown of gay men on the beach at night and the murder of a gay waiter by neo-Nazis. So it was unveiled in 2006, and it says Sitges against homophobia, never again. So it is something that we on our tour go by to add to the tour worn during the history of the city so people can see very much the queer side. So it's an upside down triangle, which is we recently learned was how they were when they were in the concentration camps. The upside down triangle is how they labeled the gays in the concentration camps. Did
right,
you
like
know this?
well, because the Jewish people were like the 2 triangles, right? The Star of David, and then like the upside down was the gay, and then like right side up is something else, and
It was an
different
upside down
colors.
triangle.
Yeah.
Pink triangle is how the
There
gays
was,
in the concentration
I'm
camps.
sure we could look it up on the internet.
That is not a
don't
fun
remember.
way to end this episode.
No, but however, so speaking of Sitges, is one of our favorite places. If we haven't sold you yet, or if you've heard about it and you want to visit, you can definitely check it out on our gay group trip. As we said, it's May 13th through 19th next year in 2026. So we do 4 nights in Barcelona and then 2 nights in Sitges. The end of May is a great time to be in Sitges because it's still warm enough you can go to the beach, but it's not crazy high season, so it's not like packed, right? So the beaches have space.
Yeah.
There's lots of room in the city to kind of move around,
but
there's still enough kind of ambiance to still go out at night and get some nightlife and stuff like that.
And we also of course check out the nightlife scene in Barcelona
Mhm.
because of course it has a very prominent LGBT scene there, and we try to organize this trip over Eurovision so we can do a Eurovision viewing party, which is a really fun thing to experience while you're visiting Europe, to be watching its biggest singing event.
Definitely.
So it's a very, very gay trip.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you like the show, please subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you happen to listen. Also, please be sure to leave a 5-star review if you enjoy our episodes. And if you happen to be watching live on any social media platform, feel free to leave us a comment or share the episode with your friends. And of course, you can follow us on social media. We are always at 2 Bad Tourists. And lastly, please feel free to leave us comments about what you want to hear more of on these episodes, or shoot us an email. We do listen to those on occasion, more than on occasion. For inspiration on future episodes.
Yeah, we would love to hear feedback. We've absolutely paid attention to it. I was going to say to stay tuned for another episode whenever we get around to it, because we've been so inconsistent recording these, but you're telling me we've got a lot in the pipeline.
We do have a lot in the pipeline. We've got 3 episodes already coming out in
Do you know
January,
what our
February,
what our
March.
topic's going to be offhand?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing episodes on Miami, Provincetown, and Cape Town, actually, doing some travel around World Pride in 2020. 7, actually.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, will we get to interview some people for these
We
as
will.
well?
Definitely.
Okay, well, stay tuned for those episodes. They'll be